Hello. I think I'm audible. Am I audible, Ashok?
Oh, yes, Rajalakshmi.
Namaskaram to everyone here. We are planning it this way for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll just give you a recap of what we have learned yesterday and over the previous sessions. And another 10 to 15 minutes, Parameshwaran sir will be guiding us with the pranayam. Guru Garu has also suggested that we do pranayam for about 12 to 24 times. Each time, if we do pranayam for 12 times, it's called a dharana. Guruji said that 1 or 2 dharanas would be very beneficial before we go into the session, into the Atma Vidya session. May I know if all of them present here were there yesterday also? If anybody is not there yesterday, you may just raise your hand. Okay, I assume that all of you were there yesterday also. Yesterday we have seen that to meditate, we have to enter our own cave of meditation, which is called the Daharakasha. Just as we see the space around us, the Akasha around us externally, there is also a space inside our heart. And that space is called the Daharakasha. Just as there is the sun, the moon, the stars, everything externally, all those are present inside the Daharakasha as well. So this meditation process will take place inside the cave, inside our own cave, inside our own spiritual heart, we can say. The biological heart, as I've been repeating, is to the left, and the spiritual heart is to the right, slightly to the right of the vertical center or the vertical axis, slightly to the right. We have also discussed that this meditation will take place in the Anahata Chakra, the energy center, which is called the Anahata, or the heart center, which is most commonly referred to as. The Anahata Chakra, when in complete bloom, will have 12 petals which are opened like a lotus. Just imagine that the 12-petal lotus is open and you are sitting in the lotus, in the Daharakasha. In the lotus, your Angushtamatra Purusha has to go and take his seat. The Angushtamatra Purusha is the inchman, or yourself, like how you conceive yourself, the size of your thumb, just till this first line, that we are referring to as the inchman. Guru Garu used to refer to it as the inchman so that we would all understand in the language we know. The Angushtamatra Purusha, so as not to dilute the Sanskrit word, I will be referring it to as the Angushtamatra Purusha. Your Angushtamatra Purusha should assume or take the seat in the 12-petal lotus with all the Daharakasha around. I will be taking you a step further from the previous session. We all know the chakras. I have shown you the chakras. Angushtamatra Purusha will be residing in the Mooladhara Chakra. Angushtamatra Purusha will be residing in the Mooladhara Chakra. Imagine you are taking an escalator from the Mooladhara Chakra, an invisible escalator. And this Angushtamatra Purusha, who is residing in the Mooladhara Chakra, is getting ready for meditation. I repeat, Angushtamatra Purusha, who is the size of the thumb till the first line, about the size of an inch, is getting ready for meditation, is getting ready to meet the Lord. So he starts from the Mooladhara Chakra in an invisible escalator in the meditation pose. Those of you who can take the Padmasana can do it as well. Any asana in which you are comfortable. You can as well sit in the chair. In whichever comfortable posture you like to start with. As days progress, maybe we can change our postures as well. Angushtamatra Purusha, who's getting ready to meditate, is taking an invisible escalator from the Mooladhara Chakra. He rises to the Svadhisthana, from there to the Manipura, then there to the Anahata, then there to the Vishuddhi, then there to the Ajna. Just imagine a channel, a pipe-like thing, just behind your spinal cord, just behind your spinal cord. Imagine a pipe-like thing, which is the nadi, which is the central nadi. Later on, we'll go into the nadi vidya and all. To start with, imagine a funnel or a tube just behind your spinal cord. In that pipe-like thing, Angushtamatra Purusha is taking the escalator, is rising from the Mooladhara to Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna. And this is the Sahasrara where the Lord resides. This is the gateway to the universal consciousness. We are bounded, or you are just binded with this body consciousness. If you have to come out of that and if you have to taste the universal consciousness, this is the gateway, the Brahmarandra. And this is where the Lord resides. And now the Angushtamatra Purusha reaches this point. He goes to the Lord there. He takes a pradakshana. That is the meaning of a pradakshana in a temple. Just go around him, come back to the Ajna Chakra, come back to the Vishuddhi, and now take your place in the cave of meditation. I shall repeat for the benefit of you all so that it is absolutely clear and there is no doubt. I'll repeat again. And after being in meditation for the prescribed 1 hour, which has been advised by Guruji to do 1 hour in the morning, the Sandhya Samayam, which is the Sandhi Kalam. Sandhi is the junction. The dawn breaks into day and evening, or day breaks into dawn. The energies are very high. Any Sandhi Kalam. Right now, yesterday, Parmeshwaran sir has said, we have changed from Uttarayanam to Dakshinayanam, the second half, where the sun's journey is to go towards the southern side. This is the Sandhi Kalam. And the very right time to start or learn any Vidya from the Guru. This is the very right time. That is why we celebrate Guru Paurnima. So during the Sandhi Samayam, we call it as Sandhya Samayam. Pratha Sandhya, Sayam Sandhya. Pratha Sandhya is the morning time. Approximately between 6 and 7 we can do, if it's possible earlier. And in the evening 6 to 7 we can do. For convenience, because most of them are in different time zones, we are carrying out the session only once. The second time, maybe all of you can do it. I request Ashok to leave the audio in the, to post the audio in the group so that they will, the others will try to do it in the other session as well. And now, after being in meditation for 1 hour, Angushtamatra Purusha has to go back to his place. He has to go back through the Manipura, through the Swadhisthana, back to Mooladhara. And that is how we complete the session. So I repeat once again, as and when the audio is played in Guru Garu's own voice, which is 1800 times in 1 hour. As soon as the audio is played on, just close your eyes, sit comfortably with the spine straight, spine erect, and just push your shoulders a little back like this, consciously. Just push it a little backward. Because we tend to just stoop down like this, bend forward. Just push your shoulders a little backward. And at the back of the spine, imagine a pipe-like thing, which is carrying all the prana shakti, our own prana shakti. In that prana shakti, or in that tube-like thing, from the Mooladhara chakra, the Angushtamatra Purusha, in the meditative pose, whichever pose you select, in the meditative pose, he just rises upward. He just rises upward from Mooladhara to Swadhisthana, Swadhisthana to Manipura, Manipura to Anahata. Just don't rush. Slowly, consciously take time from the Anahata to Vishuddhi, further upward, and to Agnya, and further upward. Reach the place where the Lord is there. Go around him. Just take a pradakshana. Come back. Through the Agnya, through the Vishuddhi. Come back to the Anahata chakra. Because it is customary for us to take the blessings of the Lord and Guru. Reach the Anahata chakra. Finish the, be in meditation for the 1 hour. And then once you finish, go back through the Manipura, Swadhisthana, back into the Mooladhara. Mooladhara, the governing deity is Mahaganapati. So when we start our journey, we go to Mahaganapati with a prayer, that internal prayer, that requesting him to help us evolve. An upward journey signifies evolution of the soul. So we pray to him, reach the Lord, do meditation, leave the Angushtamatra Purusha back in the Mooladhara chakra, and go back to your normal routines, and try not to talk much after the meditation, and not to look for any experience, because the ultimate experience happens when we are not when we are least ready, or when it is most unexpected. Just let us keep the channels open and wait for the beautiful thing to happen. And in 2-3 days, I'm very sure you will start flying, because it happened to me. So I hand over the session to Parameshwaran sir, if he's there.
Yeah, Rajalakshmi ma'am.
Yeah.
Just before we actually go into the process, so let me ask if anyone has any questions, because Rajalakshmi madam always suggesting right after the session has been done, then you be in that bliss and enjoy that bliss and just travel through that, whatever the bliss that you are in. So before Parameshwaran starts, and then once he completes, then I am going to pick in the, and I also posted the Guru Gari video, and you guys can use that, okay, anytime that you want. And basically, as Rajalakshmi madam said, either in the morning or in the evening, and because we are doing as per the time that has been permitting us in US, and in the evening, okay, so but it is in the morning, early in the morning at 5 or 5:30 in India, so which is going to be very good from tomorrow onwards, because we are not going to take this long of a time, so we are going to start. So anyway, so anyone has a question, please raise your hand before we actually hand it over to Parameshwaran sir. And as I always request, please don't linger with any questions in your mind.
Yeah. Can we keep the pyramid cap while doing this? Is from Srini Chagarlamudi. But there's no issues, sir, because you will be attracting more energies. Absolutely fine. No issues. You can wear the cap on.
And masters, please do clear your questions, anything that you have, because this is very much important. So not to have any questions and go into with that mindset. So please.
Looks fine, Ashok.
Yep.
I think I'm doing my job well. When
Yeah,
no
Harry.
question.
Yeah, Harry, sir, do you have anything?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Hari, sir, you can unmute. Yeah.
No, you are muting and unmuting, Harry, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My question is, I was not looking at the screen, but when you talked about the spiritual heart, and when you talked about the cave in which the inchman would sit, and that's how we could imagine. Did you mean that the inchman we should imagine sitting in our spiritual heart, or the real heart, which is on the left?
It should be in the spiritual heart.
Okay. All right. That was my only question. Thank you.
Yes, Ashok, I think.
Please.
Permissions.
Sir.
Yeah. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Omkara bindu samyuktam nityam gayandi yoginaha kamadam mochadam cheva omkaraya namo namaha. I'm not going to take long time. See, the object of pranayama is to rouse the kundalini and thereby control the prana, the vital energy. See, prana manifests itself primarily in the function of breathing. Therefore, control of prana may be obtained by the practice of breathing practices. In fact, the whole technique of pranayama is centered in the stopping of the breath. If the breath is checked after exhalation, when the lungs have been emptied of air, the stoppage is said to be external. If the breath is checked after inhalation, then this is internal stoppage. So this is what Patanjali says. That's why Bhakya Kumbhaga and Andhara Kumbhaga are there. So just for information I am telling. Therefore, Patanjali and all other masters, what they said is, pranayama should be practiced directly under a guru, and stoppage of breath is the key. So here, unless we practice properly, there can be repercussions. That is why. So the simplest way here is only anuloma viloma, what we call as alternative nostril breathing. So before any pranayama, of course, 2-3 deep breath is always better, because suddenly when you start, we will not be, because our breathing rhythm keep on changing, and particularly when you get up, or it will be slow, and when you after work, when you sit for pranayama meditation, it can be fast like that. So always, that is why in every meditation we say take deep breaths. So 3 is normally is better at your own pace without worrying about the time taken. So the real kumbhaka is automatic cessation of breath. It can be after inhalation or after exhalation. It should stop. That is by regular practice. So that is the real dharana happens only like that. So that is what Rajalakshmi Garu was telling, dharana is how that means stoppage of breath here means everything stops, your mind stops. That is why dharana, focusing, concentration. So dharana will happen. So how long it will be, depending on that only. So when 12 dharana is called a dhyana like that, it is quantified. That's all. So let us not bother about all those things. Sit comfortably, as she has been telling. We have to sit straight when spine is erect. Along the spine, only prana movement happens chakra to chakra. So closing the eyes without wearing the glasses. So ready for meditation, the right posture. And for pranayama, you can use we call as Nasika Mudra, because alternative nostril we have to close and open, right? So closing the index and middle finger is ideal. Some are doing like this, it's okay. There is no right and wrong. This is ideal, because this is also called Nasika Mudra. And here, because of these two fingers, each represent 5 elements. So for that, so closing the right, take 3 deep breath. You can close your eyes when you start practicing. That's why I'm telling and showing now itself for the newcomers. So closing the right, always start with the left, because Ida Pingala, no, Ida Nadi, Chandra Nadi and Surya Nadi on the right, Chandra Nadi on left. So we always, and this is called, female and male energy for that. So always we start with left normally and start with exhalation or pranayama. So take 3 deep breaths when you start now. I will guide. Then closing the right nostril, first exhale through the left, then inhale at your own pace, no count and all that. Normally when it is taught, counts are told by masters. Forget that now, at your own pace, comfortable level, that is more important. We should not strain while doing pranayama, right? So let's start now. Closing your eyes. This is the mudra for Anulom Vilom, which we'll be doing. And left hand, you can keep the same mudra or whichever mudra you want for meditation. You can keep on your thigh. Now take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, up, then slowly and steadily exhale. Try to take longer time for exhalation always, so that you are emptying the lung. One more deep breath. That time. Feel the relaxation happening as you exhale naturally. Now, with mudra, Nasika Mudra, with thumb, close your right nostril. Then exhale through your left nostril. Now inhale slowly and comfortably, fully. Close, hold, comfortable level, few seconds. Slowly open your right nostril, very slowly. Exhale. Again, hold there few seconds, comfortable level. Now inhale through the right only. Steadily, slowly. Now close, hold for a moment at your own pace. Then open your left nostril. Exhale. Slowly, steadily, fully. This is one cycle. Like this, let's do at least 10 times more now. At your own pace you can do. I will not be guiding. Start. Only your fingers will move, not your body. Continue to keep your eyes closed and we can start the meditation the same pace. Just listening, chanting together. Om
Oh.